You're listening to the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast, the show that guides you on your holistic lifestyle journey to a healthy body, mind, and soul aligned with nature. Welcome to episode number 39 of the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today's episode is called The 5 Types of Journals That You Need in Your Life. Journals. You either love them or you hate them. But honestly, is there really anyone who hates journals? So journals know all of your secrets and they never tell a soul. They offer you a listening ear without being judgmental. They are there for you morning or night. They don't require you to get dressed or leave the house. They are like the perfect therapist. Journals are not just a diary, and they're not just for teenage girls anymore. Every man, woman, and child could benefit from using journals. There are journals for everyone. They provide lots of benefits, especially for your mental and emotional health. But journaling, also lowers your blood pressure and so many other physical benefits. So there's benefits across the board holistically to daily journaling. So whether you are obsessed with journals like I am, or maybe you're just a beginner looking for ideas, I'm going to give you 5 types of journals that you need in your life. The first type of journal is a gratitude journal. What is a gratitude journal? Well, it sounds pretty self-explanatory. A gratitude journal is specifically designed to invoke feelings of gratitude and thankfulness. They usually have journal prompts because if thinking of things to be grateful for was so easy, we wouldn't need a journal for it. So this is why you need one, because gratitude is one of the best ways to improve your mood, reduce your stress levels, increase your happiness, and even boost your manifestation results. So spending only 5 minutes in the morning and before bed, it's a great way to bookend your day with this amazing activity that will give you physical, mental, and spiritual benefits. So if you're looking for a beginner's gratitude journal, something that's perfect for any person, whether or not you're beginning or whether you are calling yourself a hardcore journaler, I have a couple of gratitude journals available. I've got a paperback version of my gratitude journal, and that's on Amazon. That is called Glass Full of Gratitude, and you can get that with the link below in the show notes. And you can also buy a printable version, because I know not everybody likes books, and since I sell printables, then this was just something that I had to do. I had to create this book into a printable format. So rather than getting all of the pages, you're going to get one of the pages that helps you to assess how your day was, and then one of each of the gratitude journal prompts. So it's just amazing. Very unique journal prompts that I have not seen anywhere else, because I have studied journal prompts and I've seen so many journal prompts or books I should say, journals that have generic, random, like really weird journal prompts that they don't seem like anybody really thought them out. But the ones that I provided, it took me a couple days to come up with these. And I really thought deep. These aren't just like, think of something you're grateful for today. These are deep questions that go into, you're deep into your psyche, make you think really. So that's available in my Etsy shop, or the printable version, or I should say, or the paperback version, whichever one works for you. So now we're going to move on to the next type of journal, and that is the brain dump journal. You might have heard of freestyle journaling. That is actually the same thing as brain dump. So this is where you can let loose and speak your mind and let it all out. Spilling all your worries, your fears, your concerns even your to-do lists, whatever is taking up precious space in your mind. So why do you need a brain dump journal? Doing a brain dump before you go to bed every night can help you sleep better by releasing you from the constant thoughts in your mind. If you get them all out of your head and onto paper, your mind will be clear and you can rest easy for the night. This is actually the number one benefit of journaling, is to process everything that's going on in your mind and so you can sleep better. It's one of the best nighttime routine activities that is out there. So I also have a printable nighttime journal page in my Etsy shop. It's got 2 pages. One of them is a brain dump page, and the other one has journal prompts to end your day. So there are questions like, what am I excited for tomorrow? What went good today? Questions like that. To get you to think and to really get you to assess your day and end the day perfectly, because there's a lot of things that we need to process, and anything that we can do to help our brains process, the better. So that is the nighttime journal pages, and I will leave a link in the show notes for that as well. The next journal on my list is a therapeutic journal. And there are lots of different types of therapeutic journals. They are aimed at healing specific problems. So you can find journals specifically for PTSD or grief or depression or anxiety, all sorts of mental issues. This type of journaling is being used by therapists and can be beneficial whether or not you are actively seeing a therapist. So everyone struggles with some type of mental trouble once in a while, but not everyone can seek help for it. So if you're too embarrassed, if you don't have enough money, or if you simply want to work through your problems in the privacy of your own home, you can still achieve some benefit from working through a specially designed journal for whatever you are struggling with. And again, I have printable journals in my Etsy shop for this. I've actually got over 110 products right now in my Etsy shop, and many of them focus on mental struggles. Just off the top of my head, I know I've got a generic mental health workbook that kind of covers everything. I've got a stress relief workbook. I've got self-care journals. So I've got a couple of journals that are specifically designed for anxiety, achieving inner peace, things like that. So my link down below will bring you to the Etsy shop. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, chances are I have a journal for that. And but before I move on to the next one, I want to say that the journals that I create in my Etsy shop, they're printable, which means they are very, very inexpensive. Some of them are only a couple dollars. The bigger ones are $9 or $10, and those have around 20 pages or so. And that's even a very good price. $9 or $10. I mean, you can't even go out to eat for that price anymore. And these types of journals are, ones that therapists use. I've actually had therapists purchase my journals to give to their clients. So, moving on to the next one is a manifestation journal. So manifestation is the act of creating your life and bringing things you desire into it. So a manifestation journal will have all the right journal prompts to help guide you into creating the life of your dreams. Because manifestation can be tricky. Most people can't make it work, either because they lack the clarity of what they want, or they lack the tools to guide them through the right steps. And a manifestation journal can help with both. You want one that guides you through questions to clarify your goals, helps you establish a plan of action, helps you cultivate the feelings and emotions associated with your goals, and helps you use scripting as another tool to help you manifest easier. So I've actually got a couple of manifestation journals, actually 3 of them. One of them is called the Law of Attraction Planner Journal, and that's more of an activity-based journal where, you know, it's not diving so deep into making goals as much as having fun with it. But then I've also got a manifestation journal that walks you through each of the things that I mentioned about bringing up the feelings and emotions, being clear on your goals, establishing a plan of action, and scripting, which was my favorite page of the journal, where you actually go through and write a future diary, a future journal page of your future life that you're trying to create. And what you do is you go through and you write down what you do throughout your day, how you start your day, what your work is like, how you end your day, the things that you can see, the things that you can feel, the things that you can hear. All of the sensory words are included in that, because you need to really put yourself into that, what you want to create. And that involves, being there, your imagination. And then that will develop the feelings and the emotions that go along with that. And that is how you manifest, by aligning with your feelings and becoming the person that you want to be. And so that's what that manifestation journal will help you with. It goes a little bit deeper. The third manifestation journal that I have is called Manifesting with the Moon. And this is particularly for anybody who identifies as a Wiccan or a pagan, or really, really loves earth religions and connecting to nature. And if you have an affinity for the moon, you would probably love this journal, because it takes you through the phases of the moon, the cycles of each of the phases is a cycle of energy. And many years ago, more than many actually, the farmers used to plant their crops according to the moon cycles. And they understood that there were energies that were building during the first half of the cycle. And that's the half where you want to focus on creating your intentions. And then there's phases of the moon that are more conducive to self-care and receiving and taking it easy. And so that journal will walk you through each of those phases, and basically you can use the moon's cycles to help you manifest. So the next one that I have for you is the bullet journal. You might have heard of the bullet journal. This is kind of a popular thing, especially among journalers. This was invented by a man named Ryder Carroll. He actually copyrighted the term bullet journal. This is a cross between a journal and a planner. So it's usually started by purchasing a physical book with dot grid pages on the inside, and then it's decorated and written in by the user. So it comes completely blank, and then you do all of the decorating and the writing. So he created it along with special instructions such as symbols and pages that you can include, but you can create your bullet journal in your own unique way since the book comes blank. It's really good for artists and creative people. So why is a bullet journal one of the journals you need in your life? Because a bullet journal is the perfect merging of both the planner world and the journal world. You can plan your days, weeks, and months while also recording your journal entries. And you can decorate it any way you see fit. You can use markers, pens, pencils, stickers, embellishments. There's all sorts of planner accessories and journal accessories. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about it. If you're curious about bullet journaling, try searching for bullet journals on YouTube and you will see what I mean. And these people just go crazy. They go to town with these bullet journals. They are beautiful. It's the perfect way to unleash your inner artist. So even though most bullet journals purchased are the original hardcover version, there are many printable pages available on Etsy for those who want to create their own bullet journals from scratch. There are many pages available with pre-made templates, so if you aren't creative or if you're just a beginner, you can use them to get started or for some inspiration. So of course I've got a couple of these in my Etsy shop too, so I will leave a link in the show notes to get to those as well. And so that rounds out all of the 5 journals that you need in your life. Again, those are Gratitude Journal, the Brain Dump Journal, the Therapeutic Journal, the Manifestation Journal, and the Bullet Journal. So how would you like to be able to create your own journals? Let's say you are really obsessed with journaling and you love it and you just can't seem to find the right journal pages that you want. You can create your own printable journals. This is literally what I've been doing for the last 2 years, and it's maybe even been longer than that now. It is so satisfying. You can create the exact type of journal that you want, or planner, or checklist, or literally anything else that you can think of that can be printed. And you can sell them on Etsy like I do. The program that I use to make these is PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. Most people have it already because it's part of the Microsoft Office suite. And so I took a bunch of courses on how to use PowerPoint to make my own journal pages, my own planner pages. And I've expanded since then. And like I said, I've got over 110 products now in my Etsy shop. And I decided to create a course teaching people how to do this. It's called PowerPoint Printables, and I will leave a link down below in the show notes if you're interested in creating your own printable journals, planners, checklists, anything that can be printed using the PowerPoint program. So if you're interested in that, there's a link to that down below. And you're just going to love the world of journaling if you are new to it. This is one of my favorite things in the world. Journaling to me it's so therapeutic, and it's really what I like to say that journaling is something that can be like your best friend and your life coach and your therapist all rolled into one. That's how important I think they are. They are good for the body, mind, and the soul. There are physical benefits to journaling. I never knew that, but I took a course on journaling and I learned all of the physical benefits. One of them is lowered blood pressure. You're just going to feel amazing. You know, you might even need to do it a couple times to really get into the groove. And I've actually got a course on journaling as well. So to take it even further, I have a course called Journaling for Beginners, and I will leave a link down below in the show notes if you're interested in learning everything that I know about journaling. So that course goes into all of the different benefits of journaling, all of the different types, which there's a lot more than 5. I just covered 5 in this podcast episode, but the course goes into all of them. And there's a lot of journaling exercises you can do. There's different journaling methods for your style, whether or not you want to do physical ones or digital ones. So if you're interested in learning to use journaling to improve your life, then that would be a great course for you, and that's priced really well too. I believe it's only $44, and Udemy likes to lower the price a lot, so that could even be way lower than that. So that is the episode on journaling and journals that you need in your life. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Holistic Lifestyle Guide Podcast. Be sure to visit my website, holisticlifestyleguide.com, where you can read articles about journaling and holistic health and wellness, and subscribe to get freebies. I give out one freebie every single week, usually a journal page, a planner page, a checklist, something like that. Every week you'll get a new one. So thank you so much for listening, and have a great week.